Thomas. Thomas has to get back to that left jab. He come out the front.
Your mouth open. Oh, a good right hand by Morrison, and that hurts Joe Hipp. Joe Hipp is in trouble. Joe Hipp is down.
And here on the break with the right hand, and Mills Lane says, don't do that again. And there's the left hook, and down goes.
And a good combination again by Morrison. A left and a right behind it, an uppercut, and down goes Tillis. Very impressive.
When discussing legendary KO punchers in the world of boxing, names like Mike Tyson often come to mind. However, there is another name that stands shoulder to shoulder with Tyson. He is Tommy Morrison.
There's the first left hook, and that's the one that put Carl Williams on Queer Street. The right uppercut did some damage.
Known for his tremendous power and relentless fighting style, Morrison left an indelible mark on the sport and became one of the most feared boxers of his time. Tommy Morrison was born on January 2nd, 1969 in Gravette, Arkansas. He was a talented fighter with a mixed heritage of Irish and Native American descent. From a young age, Morrison excelled in sports like football and basketball. However, his true passion and talent were discovered in boxing at the age of 10 when his father introduced him to the sport. By the time he was 15, Morrison was already fighting against adults using a fake identity, showcasing his above-average skills and determination.
And he lands a left and has the opponent protecting himself for trying to against the rope.
It didn't take long for Morrison to make waves at the amateur level. With an impressive amateur record of 222 wins and only 20 losses, Morrison's potential was undeniable. Morrison turned professional in 1988, and it didn't take long for him to establish himself as a knockout artist. His first 11 fights ended in knockouts in the first or second rounds. Tommy Morrison's aggressive style and powerful left hook earned him the nickname The Duke. The fight against Pinklon Thomas at the Kemper Arena in Kansas City showcased the Duke's ferocity and strength.
And now Morrison has settled down, steps back, looking to pinpoint his shots.
And that cut is bleeding over the right eye of Thomas.
In this bout, Morrison opened a severe cut on Thomas's right temple with his devastating left hook.
Pinklon Thomas after one.
And here is the punch. That's the one that opened up the cut. The left hook from Tommy Morrison.
He relentlessly battered the former champion with his signature left hooks aimed accurately at Thomas's face and body.
Pinklon Thomas said it earlier, he's going to fight this fight as if it were his last, and it should be. Coming down to
Morrison's dangerous right uppercut was also a key weapon in this match.
Cut is bleeding over the right eye of Thomas. Thomas has to get back to that left jab. He come out the front.
Although Thomas took some heavy shots, he did not go down in the first round. However, the damage inflicted by Morrison was significant enough that Thomas could not continue into the second round.
and Thomas was bone dry.
Well, I think coming to the ring, being relaxed and being warmed up, it's just as much part of training as sparring and hitting the heavy.
Tommy Morrison then faced another formidable contender, Joe Hipp, at Bally's Hotel and Casino in an unforgettable bout. Hipp, who entered the ring with a strong record of 24-2, proved to be a tough and resilient opponent.
Two fighters that predominantly like to fight straight ahead.
One thing about Joe Hipp, as you see right away, he is a southpaw, very rare in the heavyweight division.
The two fighters exchanged heavy blows through the fourth round, with no significant moments occurring until the fifth round, when Hipp hit the canvas for the first time in the fight.
And the first one we've seen.
Oh, and a right to the chin, puts Joe Hipp.
Hipp's endurance in this contest was truly remarkable. He managed to get back up and continue fighting despite his battered face. However, Morrison once again floored Hipp in the ninth round with relentless punches, culminating in his lightning-fast right uppercut.
Staggers Joe Hipp.
Boy, the right hand doing almost all the damage. That uppercut missed, but Joe was just not in a position to defend himself.
In this brutal duel, Morrison suffered a broken jaw and hand, while Hipp sustained a broken cheekbone. Clearly, this was not a fight that ended gracefully. Nonetheless, the match epitomized Morrison's fighting style. His ability to endure and rise from significant adversity demonstrated why he was regarded as one of the most entertaining and toughest fighters in the sport.
And Tommy Morrison summons the power today, and it saves him in the 9th round.
Meanwhile, one of the most spectacular moments of Tommy Morrison's career was his bout against James Tillis at Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
He has a tremendous left hook. It's gotten better and better as he's moved ahead in the pro, and there you see it again to the body of Tillis. It's probably his big knock.
These two Midwestern athletes started the fight with fierce exchanges right from the beginning. The crowd roared as Tommy managed to knock down Tillis 3 times in less than 3 minutes of the first round. Tommy first floored his opponent with a powerful left hook. Tillis was then forced into a defensive position, pushed to the edge of the ring. Tommy unleashed a flurry of punches, culminating in a right uppercut that sent the Quick down for the second time.
Knockdown, and Morrison crunching him with the left hand and the straight right again, and the accuracy of the punches. There you see the uppercut, a good example. And there would be.
Finally, Tommy ended Tillis' struggle with another left hook, sending him crashing to the edge of the ring.
3 knockdown rule. Morrison pursuing, and as you said, Barry, being very meticulous with his punches and economical as well, and that left hook did the job.
The next fight took place at the Reno Sparks Convention Center in Reno, Nevada. Tommy Morrison faced Williams in an unforgettable and hard-fought battle.
Since November 4.
Well, again, his weight is 225, which is his most effective weight.
Morrison quickly demonstrated his dominance, knocking down Williams for the first time less than a minute into the first round.
Actually, Williams was more hurt at the end of the round than he was on this knockdown. That landed high on the head, stunned him early in the round.
Williams went down again in the 3rd round after receiving a powerful left hook from Morrison.
Because it was a short punch. Watch that. It was a straight left hand, and it seemed to hit him in the...
Despite this, Williams fought back bravely and managed to knock Morrison down twice in the 5th round. The first knockdown came from a right punch that left Morrison kneeling on the canvas.
Tommy Morrison was, of course, in Rocky V, and this turned out to be a round out of a movie.
It was a rocky 5th round.
The second came from a barrage of punches that left Morrison unable to stand.
The left hook, but Williams. To his credit, Morrison was able to stay through a half a round without getting knocked down again.
Morrison's toughness and physical endurance were on full display as he continued to fight. In the 8th round, Morrison attacked Williams with powerful punches, causing his opponent to retreat to the ropes. Morrison continued landing strong blows, prompting referee Mills Lane to step in and stop the fight at 2:10 of that round.
There's the first left hook, and that's the one that put Carl Williams on Queer Street. The right uppercut did some damage too, Gil.
And look at the strength.
This victory further cemented Morrison's reputation as a tough and determined fighter, capable of overcoming adversity and delivering thrilling performances in the ring.
Victory, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Finally, Tommy Morrison faced George Foreman for the vacant WBO heavyweight title. Although this match was promoted as a clash between two of the hardest hitters in boxing, their incredible physical strength prevented either fighter from securing a knockout.
Managed to land to George Foreman's body, but Morrison at the moment is doing it well.
At the end of the fight, the judges awarded Morrison the victory by unanimous decision. Even though it didn't end in a knockout, this was one of Tommy Morrison's greatest victories.
Yes, well, Morrison is